Hey, have you ever heard this? Do you have a pencil I could have? Do you have a pencil I could borrow? I haven't got a pencil. Do you have something I could write with? Have you heard any of those questions before? I'll bet you have. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Well, I know I have. And I'm guessing that you probably have also. Well, if you have, this has been an age-old problem for teachers trying to figure out how to solve the dilemma of, do I lend them my pencil, or if I give them my pencil, will I ever see it again? Now, some people handle this by gluing little flowers on their pens or pencils. Yes, that way the kids seen walking around with that flower know where they got that pencil. Well, there's other ways of handling this, though. So let me give you 3 ways of handling the pencil dilemma. First of all, one of the things that would help is if you just had lots of pencils at your disposal. Yeah, lots of pencils right there in your room. And the way to do this is, my number one thought about solving the pencil problem is go to your principal or your PTA and say, I've got this idea. You're trying to remind everybody about the school colors, about the school vision or mission or whatever, or even just trying to remind them of the helpline. Well, if you provided all of us teachers with pencils, and this is where you got to figure out your principal or PTSA representative and figure out whether you got to have a plan B here, where you might say something like, okay, just the math department. But the point is that you could go to them and say, it would be awesome if you bought us these pencils. Now, if you do your homework, what you would find out is that you can buy pencils in bulk, 1,000, 5,000, or 500. You can buy them in all kinds of quantities, but the bigger the quantity, the less they cost. And they could put whatever they want on them, and then they could give them to the teachers, and that way you give them to the kids. And some of the kids will give them back, but some of the kids won't, and they'll have that with them all day long. Now, there's a unique way, right? So number one, go to your principal, go to your PTSA rep. I know some of you are going, my principal, his wallet squeaks. Well, yeah, and I thought mine did too, until that teacher hit me with that idea and made me realize this is a cool way of making sure all the kids have the vision and the mission of the school, as well as the school mascot and colors. So you might figure out the thing that makes your principal open that wallet, right? Or PTSA. So number one is go to your principal or PTSA rep. Number 2 idea about solving the pencil problem is go to a local vendor. Now, you've got to remember that it's got to be appropriate for school, right? There are certain adult establishments that you wouldn't want to, no. You wouldn't want them sponsoring the pencils. But there are lots of them that will. Insurance companies, dentists, oh, there's a good one, dentists, family practitioners, people like that. Things to think about. So number 1 is go to your principal or PTSA rep. Number 2 is go to local vendors, make sure they're appropriate. And number 3, yeah, you could actually buy them on your own. Buy them on your own and put the little words on there, something like this. This pencil stolen from Steve Miletto. Yeah. Okay. So if you do your homework, you'll find out that you can really get a good amount of pencils for a very little amount of money, right? And it's one way of solving that problem. So number 1, go to your principal or PTSA. Number 2, go to a local vendor. Number 3, you buy them on your own and you put something cute on them, like this pencil stolen from his teacher, Steve Miletto. Food for thought about dealing with pencils.